I attend big climate conferences like COP, it is actually a completely different world where voices with the real solutions are completely sidelined. And so I usually ask myself, who are they really speaking to? I come from the highland regions of Kenya in a place called Iten. Where I grew up was quite a peaceful and secure place because we had plenty food supply, being that it was quite a forested area, so we had many trees surrounding our home, and my parents practiced agriculture as a way to supplement our income. Things were okay.
I grew up in a very beautiful, remote island in the Philippines. We are a coastal island, a fishing community at the end of a peninsula facing the Pacific Ocean. I was used to an area, a community that is sharing the resources, giving to each other, looking out for each other.
Crecí en Puerto Maldonado, una ciudad pequeña, en la selva, uno de los lugares más alejados de Lima, la capital de Perú, donde no había problemas de contaminación. Podías dejar tu ventana abierta todo el día y no pasaba nada.
Unfortunately, a lot has changed now.
The Philippines experience an average of 21 typhoons per year. So when I was a child, I thought that evacuating and fleeing every time there is a typhoon is normal. It is a way of life. But at 3 in the morning, we woken up with cries and scream. And then there was an earthquake. My parents were trying to save us through going to the mountains because they were saying that the sea level was abruptly decreasing, so there might be a tsunami. I feel like that was also my future collapsing in front of my own eyes.
Recently, we experienced hailstorms in a place called Muiben, and it looked like a little village in Europe during winter. And it covered acres and acres of wheat plantation. And what people don't realize is that that one incident threatens the food security of the entire country. The northern part of Kenya experienced quite a prolonged drought, and I watched this news piece, and members of the community had come together to pray for the rains with their leaders present. And one of the residents said that they believe this is a curse, and so the prayers was meant to ask God to restore joy in their hearts. Can you imagine how they would feel knowing that it is actually big oil companies and countries that have developed off the back of fossil fuels?
Cuando los empresarios y países poderosos encuentran los recursos valiosos de la madre naturaleza, no les importa si se afecta a millones de personas vulnerables que viven en dichas zonas. Lo que sí importa es que sus números sean positivos para sus bolsillos.
I refuse to be a pessimist, but I ask that whoever I reach to witness the lived experiences, especially of these communities, to actually see what I see.
I don't want to be a victim throughout my life. So I started lobbying with our government. I started with our local government unit. And in 2015, I joined collective of fishermen, farmers, community people, community members, youth from around the Philippines to submit a landmark petition to the Commission on Human Rights in the Philippines. Different climate activists from around the Philippines gathered. It really gave us the reason to stay, acknowledging that you can't do it yourself, that you need support from people, because we can I can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. We need everybody to be on board. And I think that's just the beauty of it. The beauty is not we're fighting together. We are breaking our hearts together.
Sino también cuando apareció en mi vida Santiago, mi hijo. En él pude ver que mis esfuerzos tenían una razón muy grande. El de tratar de dejarle un planeta donde pueda vivir con las mismas oportunidades que tuve yo. Entonces, dejé todo lo que estaba haciendo anteriormente en términos profesionales para dedicarme solamente a la fotografía. Mediante este aparato pude registrar la historia de las personas que estaban resistiendo al extractivismo y a los efectos severos de la crisis climática. Sentía mucho optimismo y esperanza, porque a pesar de todo el caos, siempre conseguían salir adelante y demostrar que las personas y la naturaleza sí podían convivir en equilibrio.
I have also seen communities coming together to build their own resilience through indigenous knowledge in order to adapt to the changing climate. And a good example I'd give is women in Busia and Bungoma in Western Kenya who have actually figured out a way to sustain food supply throughout the year through various non-machinery technologies. One thing that has kept me going is the fact that my parents always told us that, remember, you have a voice, you can speak up for yourself, and whatever you have to say, whether big or small, is actually important.
El momento es ahora. No podemos esperar más reuniones protocolares, cócteles interminables, falsas soluciones climáticas o debates ideológicos a puertas cerradas. Nos han quitado tanto, pero no nos quitarán lo más importante, la esperanza y la fuerza de seguir luchando. No es fácil ser un activista climático, pero eso no significa que tengamos que callar nuestras voces. Así que lo diremos muy fuerte y muy alto. Que paguen los contaminadores.
In a perfect world, we will not be here calling for justice. In a perfect world, we will not be here as a climate activist. I will not be afraid of dreaming because, this is a free world. We can dream.